Good evening, high school football fans. Welcome to another season of The Frenzy. Frank Sulkowski, she is Amberlynn Carroll, and we are glad to have you with us.
But not glad to have Mother Nature with us on the first Friday night of the 2018 season.
Yeah, the story of the night, lightning and rain wreaking havoc on a number of season openers, as you'll soon see. We're going to begin in Pooler. Jenkins, New Hampstead in a big season opener for both squads. Phoenix on the move in the first quarter. Take a look at the hard running between the tackles by Johnny Davis. Nice pickup for New Hampstead. Couple plays later, it's the first touchdown of the new season. Jarrell Armstrong getting the call. He's in for the score. Point after fail, 6-0 Phoenix. Jason Cameron looking to get his Jenkins offense going in this one, but New Hampstead had other thoughts. Jalen Bowen's there for the tackle for loss for New Hampstead, but the Jenkins defense keeping things tight in this one. New Hampstead rolling out, looking to throw. Ball is going to be tipped and then picked by Edward Osborne. This one remains 6-0. Despite the good field position, the Warriors unable to come away with points. Dontre Wallace there for the big stop. Now, speaking of stopping, with 7 minutes and change left in the first half, this one stopped due to lightning. Game will be continued Saturday afternoon at 1 o'clock at Morris Field out at Daffin Park. Again, the Jenkins-New Hampstead game will continue Saturday afternoon at 1 o'clock out at Daffin Park. Long County, South Effingham, they were also forced to reschedule. The Blue Tide and Mustangs will now play at 11 o'clock Saturday morning in Guyton.
And over to May River we go, hosting Memorial Day under the Friday night lights. And of course, a heated matchup here. Memorial Day starts early. Big 22 member Winston Wright with the catch. Dodges the Sharks defense and outruns May River to take it to the house for a Memorial Day touchdown. Memorial Day with a lead in the first quarter. But May River not giving in so easily. Memorial Day again looking to make some noise, but the May River defense doing work, and the pass is broken up by Terry Fields, and it is just the beginning for the Sharks here. Sharks offense now. Ahmad Green shows off his wheels and takes this one down to gain some serious yardage. A first down for May River, and May River setting up for that score here. It's Green with the handoff to Brandon Morales, and he inches his way into the end zone for a May River touchdown. Sharks win 34-6.
Big win there for May River over Memorial Day, 34-6. What else you got?
All right, we head over to JP2 hosting Cardinal Newman. Skis a play to kick off the season here. Cardinal Newman up into the half, 10-7. Cardinals kick off, and Rashad Batiste on the return here takes it 50 yards to set up the Golden Warriors. JP2 now on the rise, and man, that cannot be stopped. He had some serious wheels on him right there, and this time senior Zach Doe takes the handoff, weaves around the Cardinal Newman's defense, and takes it to the house for a 52-yard touchdown. Golden Warriors now up by 4. Big 22 member Zach Doe finishes out the night, 33 carries for 229 yards and 2 touchdowns. Right here, Cardinal Newman's Tyreek Wise looking to make a play here for the Cards. He finds freshman Mark Knight not only for his second interception of the night, but despite a valiant effort, the Cardinals throw a 55-yard touchdown with 3 minutes left in the game, and JP2 falls 16-4 in this one.
16-14 to final. How about Richmond Hill opening the season on the road at Grovetown up near Augusta early on? Home team on the move. JQ Brown getting things going. Corey Bryant drops back. Quick toss out to JQ, and he's down inside the 50-yard line, but Richmond Hill gets things going. Aaron Bedgood, he's a big 22 member. He's throwing to Jamal Polite. Thank you very much. Big gainer here. Polite down just outside the 20-yard line. However, Wildcats go to give it up. Jameer Malone with the pick for the home team, denying Richmond Hill this time, but Richmond Hill gets that offense going. Bedgood on the move. He finds Collins Petaway. Nice passing catch coming right at you for the touchdown. Wildcats open the season with a win on the road. 27-7, the final over Grovetown.
And build the hill indeed. But over to Jeff Davis visiting Glen Hills up in Augusta early on. It's Sean Stewart for the Glen Hills. Nice gain here, but penalties killing them with 2 early holds and an illegal motion penalty. Now, right here, Stewart to throw. Receiver is there, but at the last second, Emmanuel Rump tips it away, denying what could have been a big gainer for Glen Hills. Right here, Jeff Davis on offense. Alec Pisano bulldozes ahead for positive yardage, and of course, plenty more of that if Jeff Davis wins big. 35-6 the final.
Nice win there for Jeff Davis. Georgia, South Carolina showdown in Brunswick. Glenn Academy hosting Fort Dorchester. Fort going to take the field there in Brunswick. First quarter, Khalil Jenkins. Beautiful play here, 18-yard pickup.
Nice.
That's going to set up DeAndre Sabb. He's got the short touchdown here early in the second quarter. 7-0 Fort Dorchester. Fort D, punt return coming up here. Keith DeSauer. How about catches it, goes 67 yards down to the Glenn Academy 5-yard line. That's going to set up Sabb to Chaz Jones for the touchdown. 14-0 Fort Dorchester in this one. Luck was on the Fort side as well. How about the deflected pass to Antoine Parker? And he's going to make the catch, and he scores a touchdown. That's going to make it 21-0. Sabb not done. This time he's going to keep, and he's going to go in for the score. 28-0 Glenn Academy in all kinds of trouble. However, they're going to make a big second half push. Alan Parton, he's going to get Glenn Academy going here with this touchdown. However, it wouldn't be enough. Glenn Academy falls to Fort Dorchester out of South Carolina. 37-21 the final. All right, still plenty more highlights to get to here on the Frenzy.
That's right. Well, we're looking forward to it. We'll be right back.
And welcome back to the Frenzy here on WJCL 22 News. Now time to bring in the third member of our team. As always, that guy is none other than Mr. Rick Snow, who's over there getting set for us right now.
And of course, but what else? Rick was, of course, all over the Low Country night. Rick?
Hey, the weather was beautiful in the Low Country tonight. Great weather. Rain held off for the most part, and so we were having a great time in the Palmetto State. And then first stop of the night, at the Nest, Hilton Head hosting Savannah High. At the Nest tonight, the Seahawks hosting Savannah High in the first quarter. Gaston Moore with a quick pass to Will Frith. He picks up the first down for the Seahawks. And that would lead to a 10-yard field goal for the first points of the game and first points of the season. Then the Blue Jackets explode under first-year coach Rebel Green as DeQuery Allen finds Jashim Bratton with a great pass. Bratton does the rest as Savannah High takes the lead 6-3. Seahawk defense stiffens and Mark Hutchison tips the pass and is intercepted by Hilton Head. Then Moore with the swing pass, and this is turned into points and a 9-6 lead for the Seahawks. They go on to a 43-14 victory to open their season. At Hilton Head Christian, Eagles facing the Rebels of Thomas Hayward in the first quarter. Thomas Hayward tips the pass at the line, is intercepted by Chipper Hammond, and good field position. Then J.R. Patterson, he does the rest as he takes the pitch on a sweep, races 20 yards to score to put the Rebels in front 7-0 early, coming right into your living room. Then back comes Christian as quarterback Hayden Shin finds Brandon Stunek wide open, and it turns into a long play inside the 30-yard line to set up the tying touchdown. Shin finds Daniel Harrington open over the middle, and that makes it 7-7. But the final score, Thomas Hayward, 33-21 in the fourth quarter because of a long lightning delay. This afternoon, Hilton Head Prep took on Northside Christian. In the first quarter, Gage Hurlbut, he caps off a drive with a 2-yard run, breaking tackles along the way, and it was 13-0 Dolphins.
How about that, Dolphin?
The Dolphin defense was doing its job, stuffing the run and forcing a fumble, which they recover in good field position. The Dolphins turn that turnover into points as Stone McDonald races 15 yards to the end zone, and it was 19-0 Prep. Again, the defense comes up big, forcing a fumble by the quarterback, and it will be recovered by Camden Creedy deep in Northside Christian territory. McDonald turns that again into points with a great run, breaking tackles, lunging into the end zone. It was 25-0. Hilton Head Prep goes on to a 45-0 victory to open the season.
All right, thanks so much, Rick. As you can see, a lot of action. We still have more games coming up on Saturday. And until next Friday, have a good night, everyone.